Good morning and Shabbat Shalom. Day 658, since 50 hostages have been brutally, barbarically, violently, and inhumanely walking up to the hell called Gaza by the inhumane, barbaric, rapist, modern-day Nazis, monsters, and liars of Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Mujahideen Brigade, UNRWA, the UN is complicit with them, and of course with Al Jazeera, all supported and funded by Iran, Qatar, and Egypt, and also supported by France and Canada and Australia and many other countries who for some reason are siding with these terrorist barbaric monsters who would not surrender over the only Jewish state, the only democracy in the Middle East where people live in freedom, where people live with Western values, where they're just trying to bring back their people and defending themselves. For some reason, this upside-down world continuously siding with the terrorists, with Hamas. We are here every morning to demand basic common sense demand from Hamas to surrender and let all 50 hostages go immediately, at once, in one phase, one bus. All of them together, no one is left behind, and Israel should give up nothing. That's the only deal we accept, but there's no more deal. That's it. Israel and the US with Steve Witkoff have left Doha. They're done with the negotiations. Why? Because, as according to what Witkoff says, Hamas is not serious. They're acting very selfish. They're not acting in good faith. There's no one to talk to. Congratulations for finally realizing that there's no one to talk to. The whole time you should have not wasted of trying to negotiate with Hamas, because you can't negotiate with barbaric monsters who slaughter babies with their own bare hands. You can't slaughter with these monsters who all they're trying to do the whole time is to annihilate Israel, and they are not done. They'll be very patient. They will continue again and again if we will let them, if we will let them stay in power. So, my hair is giving me a hard time today. So, Israel and the US will find other ways to release the hostages, and to me it only means more pressure. They won't be able to convince Hamas to just release them. Hamas apparently was saying that they would only agree into a ceasefire if Israel guarantee in the ceasefire agreement that on the day of 61, basically ceasefire for 60 days, but on day 61 Israel just lay down their arms and end the war. That's it. Go back and let us kill you even further. That's what they want. And it's a circus. It's crazy world that we live in, that Hamas is so emboldened to have these demands, and the reason for it is because of Macron, is because of people in the Western world that siding with them and declaring they're gonna recognize the state. They want to reward these terrorists with the state. They're siding with them. They're also believing all the propaganda lies about the starvation and putting more pressure on Israel because of the suffering of the Gazan people. Hamas doesn't give a fuck about the suffering of the Gazan people. They don't give a fuck. They knew exactly what's gonna happen when they attacked Israel on October 7th. They knew Israel will retaliate to the levels that they did. Maybe they thought even more, because we're all surprised how we treated them with like gloves, but with white gloves. But they knew that Israel is gonna go hard on them. They knew that the citizens that they're going and running and hiding behind gonna take the prize. They knew the Gazans gonna be used as human shields, and they have been using them as human shields, and they are using them as propaganda, as tools in this propaganda war, information war of just convincing the Western world people to side with them because of the fake starvation, fake genocide, a genocide where you see a growth in population. It never existed. The word genocide was coined in order to describe what happened to the Jews, where they went from 16 million Jews to only 10 million Jews. That's a genocide, when you're erasing 6 million people. But when you're looking at the population in Gaza, it continuously increasing, even during this fucking war. But it's a war. And for some reason, I truly cannot understand how people would rather side with Islamic jihadists who show you who they are. and show you how much they don't give a fuck about human lives. Not women rights, not gay rights, not like living in dignity even. And abusing their people, exploiting their people in order to try and annihilate the Jews. The people who are siding with them, the only explanation I have for this is because they also hate the Jews. It is exactly what we saw in Europe, in Nazi Germany, and how France was siding with the Nazis. History repeating itself, and then same as it happened back then, now it's happening again. France is siding with neo-Nazis, with the new Nazis who are trying to annihilate the Jews. Unbelievable. As Ambassador Mike Huckabee suggested, the French government is welcome to carve out the French Riviera and create a Palestinian state there if they want to. Or other people saying if we can just declare, you declaring the Palestinian or recognizing as a Gaza as a Palestinian. I don't know what they want to exactly declare as a Palestinian state and reward them, but it's just insanity. I sometimes I'm just lost of words, and then I'm reminding myself that the good always prevails. Truth always prevails. And we have to continue and shining light on the truth and standing up for ourselves and standing up for what we believe in. Because we have no other option. Even though it's incredibly hard to show up here every day and seeing all of these lies and the comments. It's just so disgusting, it's so discouraging. But I have no other option. There's no other choice. There's no alternative. If there's no alternative, it's unacceptable to be silent. So I will continue to speak up. I'll continue to come here every day until all the hostages will be back home. And now it seems like it's not going to be a release. It's going to be rescue with a hammer from Israel. Let's go. On this Shabbat, I want to wish everyone a peaceful Shabbat, for the IDF soldiers to be safe wherever you are. Come back home safely after completing your task. For the 50 hostages to be rescued immediately, even today. Come back home to have Shabbat dinners with your families. For the Jewish nation around the world, it is incredibly scary what is happening in Europe, Spain, France, and many other countries, and here in the US. It's getting extremely scary for our fate, for our future, for our fate. But we have to remember to stay strong, because we are an immortal nation. We are never going anywhere. They will continue to come against us every generation, and this is our time of our generation. And if you are paying attention to history, you know that at the end of it, there's light. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and we're gonna get out of this somehow, probably by God's intervention. But we will stay strong, and we will continue living, and we will continue surviving, and we will continue to be Jewish, proud people. We don't care about all these bad images, all the lies about us, all the things they say about us, that we control the world. Really? Really? With how Jews have been treated, do you really think we control the world? But it's just insanity. But remember, we're never going anywhere. We will continue to live proudly in our ancestral homeland Israel, from the Jordan River all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. Am Israel will always be. Am Israel Chai forever, and Shabbat Shalom.